This next 2 hour in webinar, we are going to talk about Python, basics of Python, what are the different data types of Python, where you can use the Pythons, and what is the function, how you can write a function in Python, and using functional programming in Python. So let's start. So what is Python? So anybody can tell what is Python? So it will be like
Python is a programming language.
Yeah.
Dynamically typed programming language.
Yeah. High level.
It's a high level programming language, correct? It's programming language. Anybody? Oh, okay, great. So,
Dynamically typed.
sorry?
Yeah, dynamically typed.
Dynamically typed, very nice.
Yeah.
So, as I have written here the definition, Python is an interpreted, object-oriented, high-level programming language with a dynamic semantics. You are telling the dynamic type. So, same thing. It's interpreted, object-oriented, high-level, and dynamic semantics. Interpreted means, do you know every programming language has either compiler or interpreter? But in the case of Python, there is interpreter. So in Python, basically, when you execute a program in Python, that is interpreted line by line, right? Object oriented means Python follows all the concepts of object oriented. So if you learn about the advanced Python, that is the object oriented, so it's fully comply with the object oriented. It can have a classes, objects, inheritance, polymorphism, abstractions, all the concepts of object oriented is in the Python. It's a high level programming language. High level means you can write your own language which you can understand better. So writing program is more high level than other programming language because it's more in your readable form or human readable form. The Python is. That's why it's easy to understand. Then dynamic semantics. Here the dynamic semantics means that you do not need to type the type of variable you are using. If I am giving a variable and putting its value 10 or 20, Python itself can recognize that you are giving integer value to a variable, right? You are putting some string or character, Python can easily identify that it's a string. So this is, you do not need to bother about the type of the variable. Python can take care of that. And this language was created in 1991 by Guido van Rossum. So it's just doesn't matter for the programming. It's just for GK that who has created this language. Now, next point. So if you compare with the other programming languages, whether it's Java or .NET or C#, the Python learning is easy. Syntax are easy to understand, more readable, as I already told you. So it's easy and simple to learn. It also supports modules and packages. You can create your own module, your own packages, and you can import those packages and use in your code. So there is more chances of code reusability. Modularity and code reuse both are the big features of Python. And one amazing uniqueness in Python is that it works on Windows system. You can install the Python on your Windows system. You can install the Python on Apple system, Mac. You can install Python on Raspberry Pi. How many people know about Raspberry Pi? Any can just raise hand. Anybody can know about Raspberry Pi? Just a GK.
No.
No? So
It's a hardware where we can use IoT to connect software and hardware.
Exactly, very nice. So it's basically a operating system, also Raspberry Pi, but it's a small operating system where you are not dealing with lots of processing. There is a Linux-based operating system which is a small motherboard. It can be packed in a mobile size compute processors and motherboard, and it basically it's used in the IoT. You can write the Python program in the Raspberry Pi as well, and definitely the Debian, the Unix, here Ubuntu or Red Hat Linux. So everywhere you can install Pythons. Nothing to worry about if you have Mac or Raspberry Pi. So this language, that's why very versatile. Now next thing, where you can use the Python. Why we are using Python? Why this thing in such a high demand? Because of you can create web applications using the different frameworks of Python, like Django, like Flask, OpenAPI, Web App. So using these frameworks, you can create web applications. In data science and machine learning, Python has lots of libraries and lots of packages created by different contributors, and those library and packages are now in use in data science and machine learning. Scientific computer, lots of research, mathematical research or physics research or any domain, there is research going on, scientific research is there, Python is there. Whether it's artificial intelligence, this is the hot topic these days. Python offering lots of libraries in AI. Generative AI, you see already heard about ChatGPT and those things. You can use there. You can write your ChatGPT using ChatGPT models. You can write your code, use those, and you can create your own ChatGPT. Automation and scripting, like you are looking to automate a process which is the manual keep repeating, and you want to automate that. Python providing lots of libraries, lots of scripts. You can use those and you can automate the processes. Software development. First, we talked about the web applications, but you can also develop the software through this Python. You can create a desktop application and you can install on your desktop. You can create a exe file from that Python. Game development. This is one of the bigger feature of Python, that using this one language, there is many libraries. Using those, you can create multiple applications, game apps. So lots and lots of things you can do using Python. Only thing is that you should know what is Python, how to use Python, and what are those libraries which can help creating web application or data science or scientific computing or artificial intelligence or generative AI or automation and scripting or software development or game development. You should only know that what are those libraries. So there is a tremendous opportunity. So interesting.
Yes.
Now, Python versions. There are lots of Python versions released by python.org, and latest one is Python 3, and in the Python 3 the latest one is 3.12.2, which was released in this month only. And in this tutorial we are going to deal with Python 3 only, not the Python 2 which was the earlier version, because there are no support of those version of Python. They are just supporting the security point of view, but there is no upgrades in Python 2. So that's why we'll deal with Python 3 only. Python IDE. Python IDE means Python Integrated Development Environment. You want to write some script, code, want to use the packages, definitely you need an environment where you can write the code, right? So those environments can be like Thony or PyCharm or NetBeans or Eclipse or Atom, Sublime, VS Code by Microsoft, or even some people use Jupyter. But in our tutorial, we are going to learn using the VS Code, which is very light, offered by Microsoft, and very easy to install various plugins and extensions. So before moving forward, okay, one second. So let's, I think, go to the install of Python. So check your system that Python is already installed or not, or visit official website of Python, which is www.python.org to download. Right? So how we can go on that website? Let me open that. So this is the official website of Python, python.org, right? And if you click on downloads, you see, if you are using Windows system, you can download, click here. If you are using Linux, click here. Mac OS, click here. Other operating system, you can click here. Suppose that you are downloading on a Windows system, click on Windows, you are able to see various versions of Python here. Like the latest one is 3.12.2, released on 6th of this month only. Previous version was 3.12.1, it was released in December 8, right? So there are various versions of Python here. Can you please mute yourself on your side? If anybody is, whenever you need to speak me, talk to me, please unmute. Till now you can then please mute yourself. So now here are different versions. Whatever the version you are looking, you can download. So why version matters? This is the latest version of Python, but sometimes you are working fresh, you can download the new version, but sometimes the supporting library which is developed earlier 2 years back not supporting the latest version of Python, then you have to download that lower version of Python then to keep working those packages or libraries. If you want to learn, nothing to worry about the packages, download the latest version of Python and you can work with those. You can download according to your system architecture, like 32-bit, 64-bit, as most of the systems are 64-bit, so you can download the 64-bit according to your system processor, right? If you are looking to install on Windows, there you can install from Microsoft Store, and you can go to the Python website already shown to you, or using the Anaconda. Anaconda is official partner of Python, so you can download Python from here as well. If you are working on Mac system, definitely you can go Python website, you can download the Python from here, or you can go to the Anaconda website, you can download from there, or there is in Mac operating system there is a brew command, install using brew, so it automatically install on your system. And if you're working on Ubuntu, then using the apt command you can install Python on your system, or you can directly download the source code from Python website and you can install that one. So this is the way you can install Python on your system. So how will make sure Python is on your system and you do not need to install, and if you're all going to install, it's successfully installed or not, how you can do that? So let us see one example here. So I'm typing here terminal. In my Mac there is a terminal. So are you able to see my terminal?
Yeah. Yes. Sure. Yeah.
Right. So in Mac there is a terminal, but if you are working on your Windows system, there is a CMD, command window, right? You are familiar with that? If you write CMD,
Yes.
yeah. So suppose I have installed Python on my system and I want to check if this Python is already there or not. What I'll write? Python, then hyphen big capital V. So it's showing that Python 3.12.1 is already on my system, right? Or you can type Python -f1 version, same thing. So this is the way you can check that Python is already on your system or not. Not installed, then check it's properly installed. If it's installed, you can check which version of Python is on my system. Correct? Now, once you have Python on your system and you want to just write the Python, you will see you entered into the Python shell. This is, in other terms, it is a CLI of Python. You can say that, right? It's a Python commands you can write here, like whatever you write, it will interpret as a Python. Like I am writing a 2 plus 2. So Python understood that you are going to perform some operations, so it's adding up. Suppose I am printing some text. In Python, if you are looking to print something, you will use the print command. And how this one, like this. Hello is printing. So this is the way you can interact with Python. You can write something, Python will respond. But this is not the working model or professional model to working with Python. Definitely you can enter in the Python shell, you can execute Python all the commands. But this is not the professional way or working with when you are working with the projects. So while we are working with the projects, we will use is the file system, right? So file system means you will have some IDE, right? IDE means, anybody can tell what is IDE? I've already told you.
Integrated development environment.
Yeah, great. Integrated development environment. It means you will have some environment offered by some third party where yeah, okay. Thank you, Sabita. Okay. So you want to say something, Sabita?
Yeah, can we use Anaconda? Like it will have all the libraries and the interface also.
Yes, that's what. See, it's totally open to you. You can use the Anaconda as well, right? But lots of people these are using VS Code. So that's why I chosen the VS Code to work with. But the offerings with Anaconda is very, very big. And for the learners, I think VS Code is the good choice. Beginners, I'm saying that, right?
Okay.
But I think syntax, commands, everything will be okay. That using of that ID, maybe that's some different way. Correct? So,
yes.
So I've shown you the Python shell. Now that is not the way we are going to work with the projects. We'll have some file system where you can create different files, right? So how you can do that? Suppose that I have created a folder in which I will save all my files. So I'll open that folder. Like this one I'm opening. I already opened, but I'm showing how you will work with VS Code. This is the folder I'm going to save all the files. Open. It's already there, right? So how we can create a file in VS Code? You can see either plus, here a folder, plus folder. So just click here and I'm writing here just hello.py. So this is the way you can create a file in VS Code. And whenever you're creating a file for Python, always the extension should be .py. Clear? All the Python files will have the extension .py, right? So understood?
Yes.
Great. So hello world program. We are going to write the first program. As you are learning, I'm assuming that many people has some native understanding. I'm going to write the first hello world, and by hello world, I know you can do anything. So I'm just writing print hello world, right? So in my hello.py, I have this first line, and this is my terminal under the VS Code. So how you can open the terminal? This is the new terminal, right? So this terminal is totally equivalent to this. The VS Code is offering feature that you can open the terminal inside the IDE. So how can we can run these programs? I want to print this one. I am telling Python print this word. So how can I can execute this? Either there is a play button, right? Either click this will print hello world, or in the terminal you can write Python and file name is hello.py. It will do the same work, right? It's your choice. You want to run from here or you want to run from here, correct? So this is the first program we have interacted with the Python using VS Code and using the file system. Next, so I've already shown you, open VS Code, create hello.py, run using the VS Code terminal. I have already executed that program. So any question till now?
We are good, Jay. Thank you. The only catch was that we were not told to have the VS and this software configured in your laptop. That was the only catch. So we obviously need to work with our IT team to get that configured. And most of us will not be having admin privilege in the machines.
You have no privilege to install VS Code.
No.
I think you should have. You can connect your administrator and they will help you.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's it.
കോഡിന് അപ്ഡേഷൻ വരുത്തുന്നു.
Yeah.
കോഡ് മാറ്റി തരുന്നുണ്ട്.
Now we are moving towards the Python syntax. Python syntax means what are those syntax? It's different from other languages. So every language have their own styling, writing, keywords to perform different operations. How I should write. So basically these are the syntax.
അതോ ഞാൻ എടുക്കുന്നു.
So first important thing in Python is can you please mute someone? I think so that other not distracted.
അതുണ്ടോ?
Fatima, can you please mute yourself, please?
Okay, thank you for muting. So in Python the first and important thing is indentation. Anybody work with PHP or other languages, C language, C++ or Java? Anybody?
Yes, I worked in C#.
C#. So when you put a condition and like if or for loop something, and within that you write 4-5 lines.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
And you always put curly braces and then put all the codes within that, right?
Yes.
So curly braces is defining that execute this block of code based on the for loop or if condition, right? But here in Python it's little different. We do not use the curly braces, we do only use the indentation. What is the meaning of indentation? So let us see. Suppose I have written here age equal to 10, right? I'm just suppose I'm not telling that what is age, what is 10. I have one variable and I've given the value 10. I'm writing if age is greater than 12. Don't worry about the syntax. Just understand that if age is greater than 12, print you have to buy full ticket, right?
Yeah.
Right? So see, one way is write like this. As VS Code has some inbuilt extension is giving error that your syntax is not correct, right? It's telling that indent is needed. Expected indented block, right? Because for a if I'm not putting anything like this, right? So some indent means give one space at least, so that for if condition, if will check the condition and it can execute this one. You can put any number of space, 2, 3, 4, but it should be look like it's under if. Here I'm writing print enjoy your journey, right? So see here, can you tell me anybody what will the outcome of this program? Any output will come?
Enjoy your journey.
What it will print?
No, it will not print anything.
Because it's 10.
It will not print anything.
It will not print anything because no condition satisfied, because age is 10, right?
Yes.
But if I put here 12,
Still won't print because it's not.
Yeah.
not print because greater
Greater
than?
than equal to.
Not equal to.
Great. Now
It will print 2 lines.
condition is true,
Yeah.
and that's why both the lines are printing.
Yes. Yes.
So one after if, at least one statement is required. Either this will give an error, but see the action of this one. I have printed, put it here, and no indent means no space given. It's aligned with the if, right? So
Yeah, means outside the if.
yeah, correct. It's not. It's aligned with the if. It means it's outside of if. Whatever the condition true or false, there is no effect on print. This print, it will keep printed. Now suppose that I am putting here 10. Can you tell me what it will print?
Enjoy your journey.
Enjoy your journey.
Enjoy your journey. Because this is not under if. So are you looking into the what is the advantage or what is the significance of indentation? Can you see this? Just put it here. Make sure whatever the indent you have given, this one same indent should be here. Now what it will print?
It will not.
Nothing.
Nothing. But if 13,
No.
2 lines.
Condition is true.
correct?
Yes.
So
But isn't this prone to errors? Like, what if we miss a space or something like that?
yes. See now, either you can put one space, right? Like single space. So you should make sure both will be single. If you want to execute both one, it's your need of the program. At least one statement should be there for the if. But second option of printing, according to your need, either you want to print every time or only print this one when this condition is true. It's your need, right? Now, here you can put one space, or if you're giving two space, give it two space, or three space, or four space. But best practice is whenever writing the code, best practice is, suppose that you are writing, pressed tab, right? Better looking. Once you press tab,
Yes.
it will take four spaces. So this is how indent works. Whenever you want to execute a code block under any particular condition or loop, always put that indented. If you are not putting any indentation, it means you are keeping that section of code or statement out of that for loop or if loop, and that will keep executed, right? Now second is the comments. So comments is always a very important role when you are writing a very understandable code, so that other people can understand, you can understand. You have written some program today and you are revisiting your code after 5 months. By looking at the comment, you can say that, oh, my program is written for this work. Instead of looking line by line all the statements, you can, by looking here, I can write here checking age, right? This is single line comment. Another is printing greetings. So this way you can write the single line comments. Clear? So Python will not execute this one. Always ignore. It's not part of your syntax. It's also a syntax, but comment syntax. It will not interpret it. It will be ignored. Sometimes you need to have multi-lines comments, that you have written a very long program and you need to have write multi-line, right? Suppose that this is a multi-line and I want to put multi-line. So how you can do this one? Instead of using this, suppose this is in 2 lines. So one approach is put hash on front of each line, or you can put 3 times single quotes here and close with single quotes, right? And your program will work as it is. So it's your purpose. So better explanation of whatever the task you are doing or function is writing or code is writing, you can write some explanation here. I'm giving just an example here, but when actual you will do the programming, you should always make a habit that always write some instructions or information or description about the functions or code you are writing. So clear indentation and comments? I need acknowledgement.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So,
Yes, sir.
So okay, great. So anybody till now any question they can ask, and or that I will move forward. Okay, I think we are good. Now, identifiers in Python. So, as the name suggests, identifiers. What are the identifiers? Which identifies something, right? So, in every programming language, there are variables, functions, modules, classes, objects, right? So, it's common to all. So, these variables, these functions or these modules or the classes or objects in Python or any other languages are known as identifiers, because I find there is a variable identifying that it's holding some value. If there is a function, then there is identification that this is a function, it's doing something. If there is a modules, I'm writing a module, there is a identifier, this is identifier, this is a module and doing something. If you're writing a class and you're putting lots of functions within class, some attributes, then class name you're putting, it's explaining that this is the class, right? Class, some class name you put there. If you are creating objects from a class, it means this object name has some purpose and it's identified that this object is holding some information. So these are the identifiers, right? So whenever you write up, always there is some conventions when we're writing the identifiers. Like identifier name need to be begin with a letter or underscore. So whenever in Python you are writing any variable name, that should be always start with either start with a letter or underscore. You are not allowed to start with numbers or special characters. And the following characters after those, either you started with character or underscore, After that, it can be possible that you can put underscore and alphanumeric. Alphanumeric means A to Z capital or A to Z small, and numeric means 0 to 9. So using those combination, you can write a variable name. Identifiers are always case sensitive. Means if you're writing variable in Python, if you're writing one count small, another count C capital, those will be different variables. And Python keywords cannot be used for naming conventions. So let me give one example so for better clarification. See, I have written here age, and I am writing here age. So these two variables are same or different?
Different.
Because
Case sensitive.
case sensitive. Great. Because case sensitive. Now, is it valid variable or invalid? This 0 is equal to 20. It's a valid variable or invalid?
Invalid.
Anyway,
Why?
Because we can't
Because the
start with the numbers.
number.
Great. What are the characters or the you can use to start with?
Underscores. Capital.
Alpha.
That's correct.
Alphabets.
Yeah.
Alphabets or
Or
underscore.
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 Yeah. Starting will be either underscore or either alphabets. Thereafter, it's your choice. You can write numbers or anything or underscore, but not a special character. If I write this one, this is invalid. So, whenever writing any variable name, the variable name should always contains with the alphanumeric. Alphanumeric means A to Z or capital A to Z. Sorry. Or 0 to 9 or underscore. Only these are allowed. Right? And always start with either underscore or this character. Right? Later. So, clear? And whenever declaring or any variable, always make sure that Python has some keywords reserved, and what are you are not able to use those as a variables, because whenever Python interpreter will look into, so what are those keywords? Let us see here. Like false, none, true, and, as, assert, async, avoid, break, class, continue, def, del, elif, till, eld. You see, these are the reserved keywords by Python, because when Python interpreter will run your program, it will look into if somewhere is written 4, suppose that there is a 4, Python understands that if I am finding somewhere 4, I have to run a loop. But you not able to do like this. 4 equal to, suppose you are writing 100. Is it valid or invalid?
Invalid.
Because 4 is a keyword reserved for Python. If is a keyword reserved for Python, you are not able to write this. Break is a keyword. You are not able to write this as a variable. Python has reserved these keywords for its own. Clear? Now next we'll deep dive into variables. So anybody can tell me what is variables? I think if some programming background people can easily explain.
A container.
Name.
To store values.
Yes, where we can store the
Container to
values.
store values.
Container, store values. Anything else?
The values may change during the execution.
Yeah, which can be vary.
Vary, yeah. So all are you correct? It's a container, it's holding values, name itself explaining variables. Value is varying. Great. So here I created a small, I think it's a helpful for the people who are not able to understand variable, because sometimes it's hard. Here to see count is I'm assigning value 10 to variable, right? So here count is a variable, this one is a assignment operator, and this is the value. So basically variables are containers for storing data values. This is the container where I will store 10. Clear? Now, how variables values are stored in memory in Python? So, whenever you declare or here a variable, I am writing age equal to 10. So how Python knows this is 10 and this is variable, how it is stored? As we know that Python language has a dynamic semantics, right? Means it automatically detects that what is the type of variable. It's an integer by looking into the value. So what is the type of this variable is? Age is? Integer. Python is very smart, it's automatically detected. So integer is a data type. So what it does, it will create an integer is a data type, and every data type in Python is a class. Internal class you are not going to use. You are not going to do with that class, but you are using that class. What is that? Int. Int is the one of the class for the integer values. And whenever you assigning, like you created count, one variable, and assigning this value 10 to count, it will internally create, after detecting that this is the integer, it will create an integer object. Python will create an integer object, and in that integer object, one property or one value or variable name will be count. So that basically that object name is given to count. And once this is done, value stored in that object of integer is 10. So for every data type in Python, always that data type object is created, and in that data type object, that variable and values are stored. So clear? Any confusion here? Any question?
Yes, sir. Very good, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So now some summary about the variables. Variable name must start with a letter or underscore, clear. A variable name cannot start with a number, we are clear. A variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscore, we are clear. Variable names are case sensitive. We also seen that a variable name cannot be any of the Python keywords. So we are all clear. Now, there is some naming convention in I think these naming conventions are global to every programming language. Whether you any programming language you've learned or you're going to learn in future, there are three approaches. First is camel case, second is Pascal, third is snake case. So in camel case you can see, and also variable name should be some descriptive, that if I'm writing a variable name, the name it will explain that what is the thing it's holding. So for the example I've given here, my variable name. In camel case, my first character is small and all are small. Variables V is capital and name N is capital. So this is camel case styling. Another is Pascal case, my variable name. All the first character of each word in this variable name is uppercase, capital. Snake case, all are smaller and with every word I put an underscore. Clear? So this is the naming convention we use while, and you can start to use any of the convention, like most of the places I've seen that camel case mostly used. But always try to follow the same trend where you're writing a program in a file, use single trend, so it's not be confusing. And always have some way of starting to write a descriptive variable name. So it's clear? or should I demonstrate?
Yes, clear.
Okay.
Clear.
So, great. Now, some interesting facts about Python. Like this is the some interesting is we are going to start after indentation. This is the one thing. Many values to multiple variables. Like here x, y, z, and I've written equal to red, green, blue. I'm assigning these values to this x, y, z. X will hold red, y will hold green, z will hold blue. Let us see with example. So if I'm writing, so I'm just for we have no much time. That's why I'm writing variables name very short. Either it will take much time in writing the variables. So I'm using XYZ, not a descriptive. It's just for a demonstration to you. Do not use in your programming writing this way of variables. Jay, Raj, Sham. So, can anybody tell me what value x hold? What is the value of
J.
x? Okay, let us see. I'm clearing here.
Shyam, correct?
And
Oh,
why?
super.
Why?
I think we'll rewrite J, then it will try.
Raj.
So,
Raj.
okay.
Z, Sham.
Then let y only Raj. Then Z
Sham.
only Shyam. Correct? So you see one beauty of this Python language that you've created multiple variables and with one equal sign you've given multiple values. It assigned to the respective variables in the left side. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, another is if you are putting x equal to y equal to z equal to one value, hello, what will happen here?
Every variable will hold same value. Hello.
Yes. So using this assignment, you can assign one value to all these multiple variables, right? Great. So this was okay. Now to get the output of variables. So to get the output of variables, what we'll use? Print function. So you have already used this one, print. You have already, suppose that you want to print two variables together. Suppose I want to print all x, y, and z. What will happen here? Any guess? Fast.
Hello will save in XYZ.
No, I'm removing.
No.
I'm removing this.
It will print J, Raj, and Sham.
Not
All
removing,
three.
just commenting.
Just hello.
Will print all like J, Raj, and Sham.
Okay, let us see.
Error.
Correct? So in one line it's printed Jai, Raj and Syam. Interesting?
Yes.
Now what this will print?
Sarah Shyam together as a
Without
sentence.
space.
Without
Without space.
Without
Space.
space.
Plus Raj
Correct.
plus Shyam.
Right? And Python detected that these are the strings. That's why it's concatenating. But suppose that if these are values 2, 3, 5, what will happen now?
10.
Addition.
And what will be the output? First.
10.
Great. So this is how you can use how you can print multiple variables using the print function. Correct? So we are good with this one?
Yes.
Great. Now most important thing in Python is Python data types. Python's whole story revolves around these data types. Once if you understood this data type in Python, you understood 70% of Python, right? So always try to, what are the offering of data types, and you can understood any, either you're going to learn advanced Python or scientific calculation or data science or data analysis. You are going to, as a data analyst, going to work. This data type is always everywhere in every framework, and so keep eye on this one. Now see this structure. I have drawn this flow chart. There are 5 types of data types in Python. One is numeric, Boolean, sequence type, set, and dictionary. And if you see the numeric, there are 3 types of numeric data types in Python. One is integer, float, complex number. So anybody can tell me what is integer?
A whole number.
Whole
Without any decimal point.
without any decimal point. Float
With decimal.
Decimal point.
with decimal
point.
With decimal.
complex number,
Imaginary.
imaginary number.
Imaginary.
I hope the people who are studied in plus 2 or 11th, I think they know those complex number, imaginary number, right?
Yes. Yeah, in mathematics.
Yeah, in mathematics. So see, Python is going to be scientific language. Scientific implementation is very high. So they have also introduced this complex number concept. I think this is not in other languages. It's only in Python. So now Boolean. Boolean is true, false,
True or false.
False, 1 or 0.
1 or 0. Correct. String sequence type. There are 3 types of sequence type in Python. One is string, list, and tuple. We'll deal this all the things in detail in the next slide. So these are the sequence. Sequence means, can anyone tell?
Series of numbers.
So ordering. There is order.
A series of numbers.
Alternate. There is or not alternate. Sequence means one by one.
Order.
One by one. Right? There is one element, then there is another element, then there is another element, then there is another element. Right? There is some
Yes, there is
sequence.
order. Indexing.
Yeah, great. Set. Who knows set?
Collection of
An order.
Mathematic people can easily tell me about set. Have you heard about set theory?
Unordered collection of the element.
Yeah, unordered collection of elements, and what it look
And
like.
repeat-
Anybody can tell who has not learned Python or data science, but they know set theory. What was written like that? In curly braces and separated the values by comma. Right?
And repetition is not allowed.
Yes, repetition is not allowed. If there is repetition, it's ignored. Right? Great. Dictionary.
Collection of key value.
Key value pairs.
Yes, dictionary is the key value pair. So if you see, starting from here, sequence type, set, or dictionary, every data types are holding more values in a single variable. If you looking closely here, right? String, it can be sequence of string. List, it will be more values in one variable. Tuple, more values in one variable. Set, more values in one variable. Dictionary, more values in one variable. So let us see in detail. Numeric. First is the integer. Here I have written class int. So as I have already mentioned how the variable store the values in Python. So if there is an integer, the class of integer is int. Clear? And its whole value, like we already told, that it's the whole numbers. So let us see what I'm saying here. Suppose that age variable again I'm taking and putting is age, and you are writing here print type. Type is the function to get the variable data type, right? And I'm writing here age. What it should return? Anybody can tell?
Class int.
Class int, right? Because age is a object of which class? Int.
Int.
Internally, this is a class in Python. We do not need to understand what is written in this class in Python, but this is using by Python to create this variable, right? Float. What is the meaning of float? Where you are using float? Interest. Suppose that You are writing interest rate, and you are writing 10.2.
Percentage.
No, I am not writing
Or
percentage.
decimal points.
So
Yeah, decimal.
so I'm writing print. Sorry, print type interest rate, right? What should
Float.
print? Any guess?
Float.
Float.
Class is float. It's printing int because I have not commented this one. That's why it's printing int. Can you tell me what is the naming case I have used here? What is that naming?
Camel.
Camel.
Camel
Camel
case.
case.
Okay. And what is the Pascal? This one.
I will be capital.
And what will be the that snake one?
Snake case.
Interest underscore rate.
Yes, yes. So it's your choice what trend you want to follow. Follow that, right? Another was complex number. How it's look like? Plus 3j.
J.
J identify that this is a complex number, and if you print interest rate, so do not confuse with this auto helping. I'm using for fast execution of this training, so I'm using those. Always try to write yourself, right? The variable names. So what it should print? Any guess? Fast.
10.2
No.
plus 3j.
Okay, no. My fault. I want to print. Okay, it will print this one.
Yeah.
And what is the type? I want to print a type. Type and what it will print?
Complex.
Class complex.
Complex data type.
Yes. Python understood that this is the complex coming to interest rate. Smart, correct? Now, so we are
Yes.
clear about integer, float, and complex number.
Yes.
Now Boolean, as the name suggests, forget this one, just a bool, class is bool. So it's only holding true and false, how it's look like and where you use, like you are writing variable like is available, right? Equal to true, correct? And if you type the print type is available, what it should print,
Class book.
right? Now, next one is sequence type. First one is string. So, as the name suggests, string holds the value like hello world in double quotes, right? So, string is a sequence of characters represented by either single quotes and double quotes. Single quotes you can put single inverted comma, double quotes you put double inverted comma. You can write single quotes inside double quotes. So this is a double quotes, and within that double quotes I am highlighting hello, so I have put it in that single quotes. I can write double quotes inside single quotes this way. Escape the quotes, like I want to escape this quote because sometimes we have to write it's also a valid string, so we'll use the backslash. Raw string, suppose that I want to write anything, backslash, forward slash, anything in a string, and I want to treat that as a raw, so I'll just put R. Let us see some example here, like written here, message. Should I write or we are good to proceed? Tell you fast. It's a double quote, correct? It's a single
Yes.
quote. You can, in the single quotes, you can put this one hello in double quotes. So what will be the output of this one? What it will print? Can anybody guess?
Hello in quotes and
Hello word within double quotes.
Hello in double
Syntax.
quote.
Yes, hello in double quotes. And vice versa, you can do double quotes here, single quotes here, and single quotes here. Same thing, but
Error.
yeah.
Error.
Now I have written here escape. Escape means it's amazing. I am writing here, and suppose that all writing in single quotes. So this is not a valid. This is giving error, right? Because one single quotes always asks for another single quotes. So, but I want to print this one. How we can do this one? Use backslash.
Slash.
Right? Then it will print it's amazing. Clear? Suppose you want to print colon backslash desktop backslash win, right? And you want to print as it is as a raw string. You can use this one. This will always print as a raw string. So it can be any combination, anything. So it will be not an issue, right? Clear?
Yes.
Now multi-line string. How you can create the multi-line string? Multi-line string is equivalent to your creating multi-line comments. So for multi-line, suppose that you need, this is the, you see, triple single quote and triple single quote, enclose everything in this, right? And sorry, it's printing. So this is how you can write the multi-line string, or in place of that you can write here double quotes as well. Both will work. Clear? Multi-line string. Now one famous and very familiar and a very, you can say, important string operation is f string. What is the f string? Suppose you have one message here, name equal to J, and I want to put a message hello J, right? And if you see, it should be name here, not J. So are you looking what is happening? Is it giving correct output or wrong?
Wrong.
Then what I should do?
F string.
F string, correct. Put just F. Now coming correct?
Yes.
If you are not putting F, whatever inside this one is just printing. It's not treating this one as a variable, but once you put F, it's treating as a variable. It's taking this name to here and printing the message. Clear? So this is one of the important Python offering. Now how can access the string elements? Suppose that I have message equal to hello world, and I want to get only this H. So basically in Python a string also is stored in sequence. So let me see how in Python these are stored. So let me draw one diagram here. I'm using notebook one. So my screen is visual, right? Is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes.
so look into this one I am drawing here. Correct? This was the string str equal to, or message equal to, I am giving another variable name, str equal to hello world. So in Python this is how it's stored. So this is the 0 index, 1 2 3 4 5, because there was a space also, 6 7 8 9 10, right? What is this? Anybody can tell me what is this? What is this 0?
Index 0.
Index. This is known as index. And at this index, what is the value?
H.
So this is how a string is stored in sequence. We're talking about sequence now. This is the sequence. At 0 index, what is the value? H. At first index, what is the value?
E.
E. At fourth index, what is the value?
O.
O. So if you go and write here print message, if you want to access particular element, message 0, what it should print?
H.
So now see H, correct. What this will print?
R.
R, correct. Now what this will print? Anybody can tell me?
D. D.
Why?
Negative index.
Negative index, correct. So how the negative index? So in Python, why this is?
Dot.
If you're looking at the items from left to right, here is left to right, left to right. But if you are looking at the items from right to left, the index start from -1, -2, -3, -4. I think take this one. -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11. So you see here is 10, here is -11. Why? There is 11 and 10. Anybody can tell me?
In left to right, it starts from 0 to
Yeah,
+1.
starting with the 0, but when negative we are taking
It's taking from -1.
-1. Yes. So what it will print? -1. So if you are navigating and trying to access str -1, what it will print? At -1, what is the value?
D.
D. str -4, what is the value?
O.
O.
Oh, very nice. So if I'm printing -1, it will print D. So let us see D. What if I'm printing 1:3, 4? Fast. Can anybody tell me?
1 to 4. Index.
E.
1.
E double L. Double L.
What it will
1
print?
to 3 index values.
Yeah, tell me fast.
ELL.
E
EL.
E double L.
Yes.
only this one.
Yes.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3. No O.
No.
No. N minus
To
1.
be at fifth.
Correct, because when you
It's
give the
not
range,
inclusive.
this is ignored, right?
N minus 1.
So what it will print? ELL.
LL.
So understand from here the picture. I have written 1 to 4. The people who are not understood. This is the 1, 2, 3. I have given 4. The 4 was not included. It will always print whenever giving the range. Only 3 will be printed. The value or number given in the range, the last number is ignored. Clear? Now suppose
Yes.
that I am putting here 2. What it should print?
From second element or the element from up to last.
Up to last, because I have not given any boundary. Correct?
Yes.
From second, this is the second, and I have no boundary, it will print all the till here. Suppose I have given here 5 and removed this one. What this will do?
From last.
Up to 5.
From last up to 5.
From first
From
up
first.
to 5.
From first
Before
up to
5, everything.
before 5 everything, because the boundary one, when you giving the boundary, it will always ignore the fifth. It will go to the fourth element only, right?
Fourth. Yeah.
0 to 4.
Yes.
Correct. 0 to 4. The 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello. Now first, suppose that I am putting here -2 colon -1. What it will print?
Only L.
Only L, because this is ignored.
Yes, correct.
This is ignored, right? D will be ignored, only
Yeah.
L. So I think we are clear about how to access the elements from string, right? The same concept will be used in different data types when go and see in the next slides. So we are good to move forward.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
suppose that you are looking to find the length of a string. There is a function len. If you write the len, you can get the length of the string. Suppose I am writing here len, and here I am typing message. What it will give? Any guess?
10.
11.
11.
Because there is a space also,
Space.
right? So through the len you can get the length of a string. Now slicing, I think slicing we have already covered, right?
Yes.
So basically that part we are dealing with in Python term, it is known as slicing. So string modification functions. Suppose you want to modify it, make it upper, lower, strip, you want to remove white spaces from beginning or end of a string. You can use this one. Replace, you want to replace a character with another character, you can use the replace. Split, suppose you want to split on particular character in a string, you can use the split. So upper means I'll write message dot upper bracket. Any guess what it will print?
All characters will be converted to uppercase.
Great.
Yes.
Lower.
Small case.
Similarly, lower.
Small. Great. Then strip. Suppose that I'm putting here space. Sorry, not here. Here. So what is that? Strip. So what it will do? It will remove this space and this space, right? Replace. Suppose I am writing here replace. What is the first parameter? Suppose that I am going to change H with J. What will be the outcome? First,
It will replace the H with the J.
J lowered.
yeah, JLO world, right? And
Yeah.
split. You put the space. You see what is happening?
Yes.
It created a list and split it with a space.
Space.
You can split with, let us see what is happening. Right? You understood? Where we're finding W, it's creating another element after W and before another element, right? So it created hello space ORLD. Clear?
Yes.
So this is the string modification. So hope you are all clear about a string. Now, some other data types we are going to deal with. So till now, any question, any query, any confusion? I'll be happy to respond. I know many people knows this, but many people are still learning. So I think we are good to move forward, right? So now we are coming into the list. So list data types. One second. This is the format of list. It's a square bracket and holding the values is comma separated. So this is the order collection, and different data types can be here, like a string is there, number you can put here, and enclosed in the square bracket. Tuple is there, class is tuple. Tuple is also comma separated values, and more than one values are here and enclosed in small bracket. Dictionary, its class is dict, and this is order collection of items, and someone can help to help to comment. Mute please someone if you have some rights. Okay, I think I already muted. Okay, thank you. I can see some chat. Okay. Okay. Right? So this is dictionary. This is the format of dictionary. There is key value, key value, key value, right? And key should be different. This is order collections and key value pair. So let us see in some detail. This is a set, and this is the unordered collections and unique items. There is no duplicate here and always in bracket. So let us see in detail. And before that, we are going to understand, as we are going to learn about those data types. So you also have to use some if else and for loops. So let us understand what is if else in Python. So everybody know what is if else, right? I hope everybody know. Correct? Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can unmute and acknowledge and then mute. I think everybody is muted, so unable to respond. So you can unmute and you can tell. So if condition is same thing in Python, there is a little different. You have to always use the indent if you are looking, if condition is true and you want to execute a code block, always indent that, right? And always the if condition ends with a colon, else is also there is a colon, like here. So suppose that I am writing age equal to 10 if age is greater than 12, print full ticket required, else print no ticket required. So this is the format of if else in Python. And once you write the if and you want to execute this one, it should be properly indented. Similarly, else, this is else block, it should be properly indented. So any guess what it will print?
No ticket required.
Yes. And there are some situations that you have to put multiple if, then else if, else if, else, right? Like I'm giving in one example. I'm writing in one. In other programming language, you'll write like else if. Basically, this is else if, write it like else if age is greater than 5 and age is less than 12, print half ticket required. So here you see else if, instead of else if, in Python you should write elif and put colon. That's why it's giving error. Clear? So now what will be the output here?
So
Half ticket
required.
Half ticket required. So else if written is like this, and always do not forget to put the indent.
is that colon mandatory, like at the end of the cases?
Pardon me, can you please again repeat?
Is that colon at the end of all the conditions, like if age greater than 12 colon?
Yes. Either you are
The
writing
colon
if.
is it mandatory?
Yes, colon is mandatory. That colon is mandatory. In some one of the 2-3 situations I tell you that is not needed there, but when you are writing code line by line, then this is needed. Always use these columns. There is some special case, I am coming to that, but always use. Now, I've already given this example. Okay. Shorthand. If you're writing if num greater than equal to this number, print this. So you can write in if there is only one statement there, and suppose that I am commenting this, I can multiple line comment this one, this like, and
Yes.
so in one line I can write this one. Right? So this is short notation. If there is only one line, instead of writing 2 lines, you can write in 1 line. This is shorthand notation writing, but this is the not always the case. But it will reduce your lines of code. At least 1 line is reduced here. Correct? Another is shorthand if else. Print something, if condition is true, else print this one. So how this is working? I am removing this one for the time being, right? I am writing print full ticket required if age is greater than 12, else print no ticket required. So are you able to see that these 4 lines are now in one line? Interesting?
Yes.
I'm commenting this. So this should what it's a more human readable form, right? Print full ticket required if age greater than 12, else print this one. It's look like I'm writing an algorithm. No ticket required because age is 10. This is also known as ternary operator. This is the ternary type. You know, ternary operator you seen up in C or PHP or any languages. You put the some question marks, then there is.
Boolean is not required.
No, not. I'm talking about other programming languages. Right?
Yes, we have in C# also.
Okay. So we are clear? Now move to the next. A nested if. I think this is also clear. If one condition is true and my output depends on another condition, we can have if under another if. So this is called a nested if. So you were clear about that, right? Or should I write? I think we should be clear. Nested if. Any confusion in this one? If this age is greater than 18, print adult, but also I want to check that if age is greater than 18, is it male adult or female adult? So if gender equal to male adult, else print female adult. So this is the next step. Under in one if there is another if. Clear?
One question here about the indent. What if if age greater than 18, then print adult. And what if I move the rest to the right or something? Like it comes under if, but should they all be in the same line? If and else and everything like.
This else, if and else are in the same line.
Yeah, that I understood. Like print if else, those three should be in the same line, right? What if I move something here and there? What will happen in that case?
Then their output will be changed. It depends on where you have moved. It's out from the condition or it's inside the condition.
Okay, if age greater than 18 and print adult, if I put both of them in the same line, print adult will be printed in any case, right? Will there be any error if this
not error, it is all about the indentation.
I'm just asking about
Conditions are not dependent actually if all are at the same line.
What I'm asking is like we have two lines 3 and 4. If age greater than 18, print adult. So by mistake, I put the print just under if. So it's like it's a general flow, right? It's not inside the block. So adult will get printed. So will there be an error because if age greater than 18 is there, but the following part of that is not there in that case, right?
Yes, correct, but there is no error.
It will show indentation error.
Yeah, it will show indentation error because for every if, there should be immediate
indentation block.
Yeah, indentation block.
So that will result in an indentation error.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Great. So actually we have less time and we have covered basics in the 1.5 hours and we are remaining few times. So let's speed up this one because I think this session is the required lots of hours, but we are covering in 2 hours these things for today, right? Because tomorrow we have to deal with other what we can do using the Python. So let us keep it some fast, right? So looping through a string. So suppose that we have a string and how you move? Okay, I think we jumped there. Now we're going to understand what is how for loop works in Python. How works in Python? For x in hello world print x. So it will take one character at a time and it will print. So let us see first. Message equal to hello world for x in message, right? Print x. Any guess what it will print? Clear? It's taking one character at a time and printing all. So this is how you can loop through a string. This is loop through a list. So this is the loop structure, and we will deal in detail in next loop section. So you can take city at a time. From cities it will print Bangalore, Kolkata. So can you please mute yourself? Someone is talking, and so that other will be not get affected.
Sandeep, can you keep your mute?
How to? Can anybody help him to? Do you know who is talking? Actually, I am unable to see this one.
Only host can do that. Only we can do it. Yes, Sandeep, can you go on mute, please?
So I think he muted. Okay. Actually, I'm not sure why it's mute button is not visible to me. So, okay. So this is the looping through a list. It will print Bangalore, Kolkata and Mumbai, right? This is another example of looping with range. It's very important, and when you're writing program in Python, you have to always deal with this. So what a range look like? For index in range, you supply some number, and based on the keep running this number, and will print the statement or do something. So what range n does? It generates a sequence of number from 0, 1 and to n minus 1. Like if you're given 5, this loop will be run from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And here another one is, if you're not putting any start, just putting any one number, it will go through start from 0. But you can here mention the start, like you can put 6, but you can say that start from 2 only. So it will start from 2 and stop over 6. Like here 1, start from 1, it will ignore 0 and move to 6. Even you can step, like you do not want to take all the numbers 0 to n minus 1, you want take only the even numbers. So you will start from 0 to n, step 2. It means it will print 0, 2, 4, 6 will be the range. So let us see with example, that will be helpful. So suppose that for index in range 5, 6 I'm writing here. And, so what it will print, any guess?
From 0 up to 5.
Yeah.
0
to 5.
0, 5, correct. Right? Now I am putting here 2. What it will print?
1 up to 5.
From 2 to 5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5, correct.
5, yeah.
Suppose I have given here interval 2 step, what will
2,
happen?
3, 5.
2, 4. 4.
2, 4.
Correct, 2 4. Clear? So this is the range one will many times it's used. Now break. So break is one important. You know all in every programming language. If you're running, you are going through a loop, and you are printing, keep printing city. So it will first start take Bangalore and will print here, right? City is not equal to Mumbai. So city is equal to Mumbai condition is there. So do you think there is Mumbai? It's Bangalore right now. And then it will not go in that break condition. Next time for loop will go. Now city will be Mumbai, and it will print city, and this condition made city equal to Mumbai, it will execute break. And with break what happens?
Delhi won't get break.
Sorry?
It will come outside the break. Out of the loop.
Yeah. Loop terminated.
Yeah.
So the output will be Bangalore, and only Bangalore will Bangalore and Mumbai will be printed,
Mumbai.
but Delhi will not be printed because it will not go here again for Delhi. Clear? Now cities, Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi are also here, and I'm using continuous statement here. So what is happening here for city in cities? If city equal to Mumbai, continue, else print city. So can you give me some idea what this what is the output of this?
It will ignore
Mumbai
Yeah,
will
it
be
will ignore Mumbai and it will print Bangalore and Delhi.
Bangalore, Delhi.
So anybody has confusion in this break and continue? Anybody? Or we can move forward because there are lots of important topics to cover. Clear? Okay. Some nested loop are there. Nested loops, like I have two lists here, and one loop is for num in a number list, for alpha in the alpha list I am printing num and alpha. So this is how you can nest one loops under another loop. So this is something you will deal with when write your programs in Python. Python for else. This is one of the important information in Python, which is like if you are iterating a Python loop with using for loop and it's successfully executed, else will be also executed. It's not like that if else. For will be executed successfully, else will also executed. Like here see. Cities, for city in cities, print city, else print all cities. What is the output of this code? Can you tell me? Anybody?
So it will print out all 3 cities and then also print all city print.
Great. So I think we are clear about this one. Any confusion?
Where is the input to this? Like we have an array cities, and for city in cities print city, it should print all the cities inside that, right? What is the else part of that?
Yeah, this is the one of the offering of Python. One of the feature of Python. They have introduced else with for. Suppose that you want to keep printing a statement, something after successful execution of that for loop. This will work.
We can simply keep the print statement instead of the else, right?
Yes,
It will always
you can do, but here is the catch. Suppose that while writing this one, and under some condition you have braked, put it break. Like I've checked now, city equal to Mumbai, then break. If you put it the break, it will not execute. Right? Once this, it will not come to else. It will only come to else when there is no break.
Okay.
Yeah. So while in Python, while is also very much familiar you all guys, like while, and this is the condition, till this condition is true, this will be keep executed, and keep running this while true. You have always needed a counter, like keep increasing this one counter I have a variable counter equal to 1, while counter less than 6, keep printing counter. Then you have to also increase this one. So this is a normal format of while statement. This is also known as pre-test because before executing you are testing. And this is break and continuous statement. Break also works same as for loop. If condition met, then break, terminate the while. If condition met, continue means ignore the next lines of code in while, go to while. So it's clear, break and while, break and continue in while condition as well. Any confusion? Any question? There is a complete silence. Noble silence.
I think you can try it out in the IDE, it will be great.
Okay, great. So see, I am taking one variable counter equal to 1, right? So I am writing while counter is less than 6, you also put the colon. Print counter and increase I equal to I plus 1. Right? This is
Counter
not
करना पड़ेगा.
right.
Counter is equal to counter plus 1.
Oh, sorry, I have written
I-
my mistake. I thought that that is great catch. So correct. Till condition is there, it's working. Suppose that I have written here if counter equal to 3, what I'm missing, anybody can tell?
Colon.
Continue or break.
Colon. What is the output?
1, 2.
1, 2.
Yes.
2, 3. Yeah.
Because I'm first printing now, then checking. That's why it will print
Yes.
1, 2, 3. What this will be? Continue.
It will not print 3 only.
1, 2, 4.
But I think
Will
it,
print.
Yeah.
it will print 3.
It will
I
like-
think.
Line 4.
Yeah, it will print 3. Yeah.
What will be skip?
4.
4, 5.
We
4,
are
5?
skipping
Get,
we will
incremented.
Actually, nothing will be.
So the
nothing will be
last
skipped
number
here.
will be missing. When it is 3, it won't get incremented.
Yes.
So it should be up to 5, I think.
Let us see.
5.
What is happening? It's infinite loop.
It just goes to an infinite loop. It just
Right?
Yeah. Not.
Something we did correct, not correct. Because
We
once
should
3,
keep counter above if condition.
yes, we are not increasing and counter value is fixed to 3 and keeps checking it's again 3. It's keep continuing. That's the problem here. So instead of doing this, how this will work? Keep this increment here. And do you think this will work?
Yes.
Then what will be the output?
So except 3, everything else will be printed.
Correct. Actually, I am increasing by 1 first time now, so I maybe have to start from 0. Right? So what is keeping? 3.
3.
Yeah. So clear, we are clear about break and continue in while. Any acknowledgement? I worked very hard to you for that. So operators. Anybody can tell me what are operators in Python?
Arithmetic,
Arithmetic
logical,
Yeah.
logical.
So what is the role of operators?
Logical and or.
Yes. There are 28
It divides.
participants. Only 2-3 eyes can hear. So I assuming that everybody understood. So operators are special symbols that perform operations on variables and values, right? So here I am printing 10 plus 20 equal to 30. So these two are the operands and plus is the
Operator.
operator. Great. Now see next. You guys, someone already told that what type of operator: arithmetic, assignment, comparison, logical, bitwise, identity, memberships operators, right? Arithmetic operators are like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modules, exponentiation, and floor division. You know, clear? These are the what operators? Arithmetic. Then assignment operators. Assignment means you are assigning some value to the variable. Equal to is assignment. Sometimes you use plus equal to, minus equal to, plus equal to means x equal to x plus 2. So this is a short form of this one. So I think you all are familiar with this, correct? Anybody have confusion on this one to understand?
Double slash things, the third one from bottom.
This one and this one.
Yeah, the double slash equal to.
This one. So this is the floor, as I already told you. This is the floor. Suppose that we have a number, something num1 equal to.
Upper and ceiling value like that.
No, yeah, ceiling like that. But here is this one is floor, right? And you are writing print.
Floor division.
Yes. Sorry. num1 / equal to 2. What will be the output?
2.
2, because 2 is the floor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it. So these are the assignment operators. These are the comparison operators: equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. These are the comparison operators. This is how used. X equal to y, x not equal to y. It's just for information. You will use this in programming. Then there is logical operators, and if you are checking two conditions and those are ands, like I've already shown you in the age one, age greater than, if age greater than 5 and age less than 12. I've written this one somewhere. You remember?
Yes.
So these two conditions are attached with the AND. If both are correct, then this will enter in this if block. Then it will print something or do something. Correct? So this is the AND. Or means any one of the true, this will print. Or not. If age not this is not you can say just sometimes you write negate that. You write not age, right? Print here. So here this is numeric and you are making not false. So once this will be true, this will be printed. So this is how not is used. And next, bitwise operators. Bitwise operators, I am assigning these bits to x, these bits 4 bits to y, and doing ampersand. You know all these bitwise operators like and it will compare 0 0 0, this one, this one, this one. XOR you already know, or no, bitwise not no. Right shift one is this one, left shift is this one. So this is the bitwise operators. You can read and practice in books. Now two very important operators are in Python. You will use each. X is each means x is the same object and y as y. If both are the same object, then it will return true. If both are the same object, right? If x and y are different object, then this will be true. Is not. In membership operator, if x in y means you write something. Suppose I have a list. Numbers list. If 2 in list 1, print 2 is in list. Clear? Understood what is the use of in? If 2 not in list but 2 is there, I can use 3 different number. 11 not in list, print 11 is not in list. Is not. Clear? So this is how in and not in are used. Ternary operator. We have already discussed this ternary operator. Hope you remember. Print something if some condition is true, else print. Anybody remember this one? Ternary one?
Yes.
Clear? So we already discussed this one in one of the slide. Now Python list. We have to move. Okay. Python list. What is Python list? The list is sequence data type which is used to store the collection of data. Right? And always use that square bracket. If you want to create empty list, write this just. Like here color, you can put 3 values and you can enclose in a square bracket. Data type of list is, what is the data type of list? This one. A list can contain other values which is also a list. So look into here. Print type what it will print? Any guess?
Class list.
Yes. Right? So I have used this one, so somewhere I may write this one as well. Now access the list items. So each element in list is associated with a number known as index. So the index is always start from 0, red, blue, green. So this is the 0 index, this is 1 index, this is the 2 index. It is similar I have shown in the string na. So in one character, in place of one character, this will be the complete word, red. So how it will look like I have shown you, but I'm telling this one. Like here I'm writing red, blue, green. So suppose that here is red, blue, green. So this is the 0 index, this is the first, and this is the second. This is the, what is this? This is known as index. And what is the value at this index? Red. Similarly, if you navigate from right side, it's -1, -2, -3. So suppose that I want to access the first element and the list name is colors. So I'm writing colors 1. What will the output? Fast. Can anybody tell? Can anybody help me?
Blue.
Blue. I'm writing colors. I'm writing 2. What is the output?
Yeah.
Green.
Green. I'm writing colors. I'm writing -2. What is the output? Blue. I'm writing colors 1 to 2. What is the output?
Blue, green.
Are you sure?
Blue only.
Green will be, yeah, blue.
It will ignore this one number. Green will not come. Only
Blue.
blue. I'm writing colors and writing 2 column. What will print?
Blue and green.
It will print. After 2, we don't have any value.
So just green, right? 0, 1, 2. We have only green, this one. So it will only print this one. So I think we are clear about that. Suppose that I have again printing colors -2 range -1. What this will print? Fast.
Blue only.
Anybody else? Anybody else fast? So whenever writing this one is ignored and it will only print this one. So if this is -1, this is -2, this will only come. So it will print
Just blue.
blue. So this is how you can access the list elements, and this is how the index is created. So we have covered this one. This is the complete thing exercise we are doing this one. Right? Now, how you can create a list? So there is a list constructor. You can pass this only the values in small bracket and it will create a list. So using the list constructor, you can create a list. So how you can check if a item is existing in a list or not? So you can use the membership operator. Which one membership? In. We just checked with the number, na. I had one list 1, 2, 3, 4. I checking 2 in that list. This one. right? So you can use the membership operator to check element exists in a list or not. Now find length. You can write length and you can find the length of this list. Print. We'll have to, guys, we have to go fast because this is just 2 hours class. I'll be exceeding, so we have to go fast. We'll try to cover as much possible, right? So what will be the answer?
4.
4, correct. Change the list items. Suppose that I want to change this blue to indigo. How you can do this one? Suppose this 2 I want to change to 4. How you can do this one? List 1, sorry.
List.
So position is 1, index is 1, and I'm giving 4. Not 4, I'm giving 8. So print list 1. Got? 2 is replaced with
8.
8. So this is how you can change the list items. Insert. There is already a list and I want to add another item at a particular position. So what will happen is saying that position is 2. So this is 0, 1, 2. At 2, purple will go and this green, yellow, pink will move to right. Clear? So see with another example. I want to I'm writing here list 1 dot insert at position 2 value 20. Can anyone tell me the outcome of this? Fast. What will be the outcome?
1, 2, 20, 3, 4.
Great. Absolutely great. 1, 2, 20, 3, 4. You want to append. I want to append an item here. So I'll just write append. Right? And I will not put this one. So what will be the outcome?
1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4,
20.
Right? I want to extend, I have this list and I want to extend this and append this completely. This is also a list. So this is how we can add a list. Suppose this is list and list 2 is 20, 10. So how can extend this one? I'll write extend and I'll put the another list 2. So now what will be the outcome?
1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 10.
Great. So this is how we can extend using 2 lists. You can extend list. Now remove. This is the list we have. If you want to remove particular item, you can remove just giving the item value. List 1 dot remove. Suppose that I want to remove 2. What will the output?
1, 2, 4.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Remove will, the argument
Remove
is
3, 0, 1, 2. So it will remove 3.
No. In
Only second
remove
index
we pass
will
the
be-
value, not the index. We are passing the value. This is not
1,
index.
3, 2. 1, 3, 2.
Yes.
1, 3, 4.
1, 3, 4. Always remember, remove always takes the values. I have another pop. What the pop does? It will take out the last element. Remaining will be 1, 2, 3. It will remove the last element. Suppose you are passing here index. This is the index, not a value. What will happen now?
1, 3, 4.
1.
Output.
Yeah. 1, 3, 4. Another is you can use the del and with index. Del dot list 1 and you're putting here index. Here is the syntax del, this one, right? So you know what will happen here? It will remove the first item, right? What will happen if this happen? Del, I'm not passing any index.
All the values will be deleted.
What is the output of this function if I run this one?
Empty string.
Anybody else?
Will it delete the first one alone?
Any guess? Anybody can tell me del list 1? So basically, when you're deleting a list, it will completely remove from your memory where it is a variable declared. So if you try to print, it will give an error. Are you able to see this? Right? So this is the del. Now we have another, like if I'm writing list 1 dot clear. Now what will happen here?
All the values will be clear.
And what will the output? What will the output?
Empty string.
Great. Empty list. Right?
Yeah.
So this is the major difference between del list, delete list and clear list. Right? Loop through. I think you're already familiar that how you can loop. You write the list here, then one by one take here and you can print. Clear? Or I should demonstrate this one.
Clear.
Clear. Using the range. I have this color and I'm finding the length, then putting range. Length will return. What is the length? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 will be here, right? So this loop will run from 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it will use the index and print each element. Correct? This one?
Yes.
Yeah. Now tuple. We are clear about list, tuple. So tuple is also used to hold multiple items in a single variable. This is ordered and unchangeable. Difference between list and tuple is that tuple in the list you are able to change the value. But if you try to change the value in tuple, you are not able to do that. It's always holding the round brackets. This is the round brackets. If you're declaring or creating a tuple with single value, you have to put this comma. Either it will give an error. So this is the tuple. This is the same storage. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2. And you can access the elements by this index. At 0, what will it return? At 0 index, what is the value? At 2, what is the value?
Green.
Green. So this is how, in similar way of list, you can access the elements of tuple. Only difference till now understood is that we're not able to change. This is the similar thing. -1, what will return? Pink. 2, 4. First, what will it do for? Blue and 0, 1, 2, 3,
Green,
4.
yellow.
Green and yellow. This one colon 4, what will return? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What will return this one colon 4?
Red, blue, green, yellow.
Only leave pink. So similar list it also works. You can use tuple constructor to create tuple. We have an curly, it's already you have some values comma separated in a small bracket. You can use the tuple constructor to create a new tuple. Basically, this do not confuse the name. This is the tuple. You can check if item exists in a tuple or not. If this is blue in colors, same in membership operator you will use. Length, you can use the len function to get the length of the colors. A len tuple name. Change tuple items. Tuples are not able to change. Those are unchangeable, meaning that you cannot change, add or remove items after tuple has been created. But we can do some trick we have to apply. What trick is there? Suppose you have this tuple and you want to append one item in the last of this tuple. What you can do? Convert this tuple into
List.
with the list constructor, right? Then in the list you can append one item.
Yeah, right.
And once appended, convert that list into
Back to tuple.
Using the tuple constructor, and you will have the one tuple with the new value appended is orange. Another is you can add a tuple to a tuple. We have already this tuple and I want to add another tuple orange. I will write this one. Colors equal to colors plus y. It is just a simple thing. Remove, as it's not changeable, so how can remove an item? Suppose I want to remove red, how you can do that? First,
Convert into list. Then
convert that list tuple into
tuple.
list. From the list, remove that item, and then again convert that list into tuple.
Tuple.
So the del keyword can delete the tuple entirely. Del colors, you already familiar with that. I have already shown this in list. If you are writing del and then list name, it was deleting the completely. Similarly, it will delete the tuple. Loop through. This is a similar loop through you can do. Range, len, this is a similar thing. Now sets. Sets are also used to hold the multiple item in the single variable, and set is a collection and is unordered, unchangeable, unindexed, and do not allow duplicate items. So this is the format of sets. It's always written in curly braces. Do not hold duplicate values. There is no index we are using here. These are not ordered. Do you want to see why it's not holding an index or not order? Suppose I am creating one set 1 equal to curly braces. Here I am writing Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai, Chennai, and I am writing here print set 1, right? What it will print? Can anybody tell me?
Delhi,
Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai.
Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai. Okay.
Look into what it's printing. First, Mumbai.
Unordered. Set
Unordered, unindexed. That's why set is there. Set is not ordered, not indexed. It's randomly taking values. Now see. Now see. Every time you'll run, it will give it a different order.
Yes.
So that's why set is not ordered, not indexed. You are not able to access the elements using the index here. Index not we are going to talk here. You cannot access items in a set by referring to an index or key. But you can iterate. How can you iterate? This way. Simple. You can use the color in colors, print color. Right? How? You can take the values for cities here. Cities for city in set 1 print city. So this is how you can access the elements, right? But while accessing, you see first is getting Chennai, then Bangalore, then Mumbai, but is Delhi first. So order is not maintained there, right? Next is length. You can use the len and then you can find the length of any set. Change set items. You can use the colors.add. One item will be added. You can add one set into another. How you can do that? Colors set was there. Is another set, it will be appended. Remove. Same way, you can put the remove and item. Discard. There is a difference between remove and discard. If this item is there, it will removed, but if not, it will give an error. But discard, if that element is there in the set, it will be removed. If not, it will not give an error. Clear about remove and discard? Then colors.pop. What it does? Anybody can tell me?
Add the element to the at the end of the list.
Yes, that's it. Remove. A del keyword del works in the same way. Completely remove that set. Clear? Anybody?
Clears all the elements of the list.
It will be empty set, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Loop through, same way you can loop through. Dictionary. Dictionary is also store data values in the form of key value. How? This brand Maruti, model Baleno, year 2014. So this is the key, this is the value. This is the key, this is the value. This is the key, this is the value. And dictionary is a collection which is ordered, changeable, and do not allow duplicates. Right? How we can access? Suppose we have this key value. So from this cars dictionary, I want to access model. I will write the key here. Right?
Cars.key name.
Not cars, we just write this line. Actually, we will go in the programming and JSON type you are talking. Here, just put the key. Right?
Model name.
Yeah, a model. This is the key. Model is a key. How you can get the keys, all the keys? Keys is brand, model and year using cars.keys. How you can get all the values? Maruti, Baleno and 2014 cars.values. Similarly, you can know the length of a dictionary. This is where how you can get length. Just put the len then dictionary name. If you want to, suppose there is a brand, model and year and you want to another attribute add color, then how you can do this? Key, new key and the value to the that key. Clear? Can you move forward?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Change dictionary items. Specific items can be changed by referring to its key name. Like, see, this is the cars dictionary. I want to change year to some different value. How you can do that? Cars, the key name and new value, it will be changed. Or cars.update, you write the key and value, it will be get updated. These two ways you can update the value under dictionary. How you can remove cars.pop model. So cars.pop model, so this will be removed. Del cars particular item model will be removed. What it will does, del cars? Anybody? What it does, del cars?
It deletes that object. There's no more object anymore.
Yeah. And what this one?
Empty set or empty dictionary.
Okay, it will empty dictionary. Looping is same thing here. You can use it right here X in cars and print X. So it will keep printing the key names. It will print, if you're writing X in cars and print X, so it will print brand, model and year. But if you want to print the values for X in cars, you have to write cars and then here is the key. This is giving key, right?
Yeah.
And if you put that key in the dictionary, it will give the Maruti Baleno 2014. This will print. Clear?
So how do you print the brand and the year, like the key and the value?
Sorry, can you repeat again? Loud, please.
Like how will you print key and value?
Yeah, coming next.
Sorry.
Yeah. So here, if you write values, it will print all values here. This is another function. This is keys. It will print all the keys. And if you're looking keys and value together, put X, Y, cars in items. It will take one item from the dictionary and this will go to the key, this will go to the value, it will print key value. So clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Nested dictionary, there will be one car and there can possibility that you have another car. One car is Maruti, maybe another car is Kia. So how I can get the access of this one? Cars, main dictionary, under car 2, I want brand. What this will return?
Kia.
Kia.
Yeah.
Great. It's all about practice. You need to have practice. So we are now going, two topics are very important topics are pending. So let's discuss and close this one. We are already getting short of times, 30 minutes we are already closed. So anybody can define what is function.
A code used for a repetitive task.
Okay, anybody else?
There will be an input and an output, usually a single output for a function.
Yeah, doing
So,
some specific task. Function is doing some specific task when you run that section of code, right?
Yes.
So it can also return a value or not return a value. Depends on the what type of function you are writing. You may pass the parameters or do not pass the parameters. Depends on your requirement. And sorry, for the Python, this is the format of function. You will always write def function colon then what the work it need to be done. Like def func 1 then colon, suppose you're doing print my function, and how you can call this one? Func1 put a bracket. So what will the output? Clear? This is where you write function in Python. Now calling a function. I have already mentioned how you can call. How you can pass a argument. Suppose that I am putting here name plus and getting name here and passing here j. What will the outcome? Can anybody tell?
A function. J plus function.
J plus function?
J function.
J function, because plus is concatenating.
Okay.
Just plus is operator, not the operand. It's operator. It will not come in the output. It will only come output if you write plus inside a string. Right?
Yes.
So clear calling function, then parameters. This is how you can pass the parameter. And suppose that you are passing number of parameters, but you want to just write something that you don't know how many parameters are passing to it. So you can write a star something, any star args, right? Here I pass 3 parameters, but I have written a star kids, and then your youngest child is kids 2. What it will print? Your youngest child is
Raj. Raj.
Let us see. Star kids, then kids, I'm just writing here 2. I am passing, what are the name? Ram, Shyam, Raj. Ram, Shyam, Raj. Clear?
Yeah.
Because once you write this, it follows that same index positioning like 0, 1, 2. So this is the variable arguments, arbitrary arguments you can use. Next is keyword arguments. Here I have written child 1 equal to Emil, child 2 equal to Tobias. So suppose that I am writing here child 1 comma child 2, and I am writing here child 2 and passing here child 2 equal to here child 1 equal to Shyam. Anybody can tell me the output of this one?
One first function.
Sham Ram.
Shyam
And then Ram.
then Ram. Anybody
Yeah,
first?
First function.
Sorry?
Ram. This function.
Ram plus function.
Function. Yeah.
Correct. Because this is the named argument. The name of this argument child 2. This is child 1. When it goes, it will check that here is child 2. So it will pick this one, child 2. And this one we are using, then it should print Ram function. Clear? Remove this one. Clear? Now, default parameter you know already. You can put some default. If you not pass anything, that will be printed. It's familiar with that. Return value, you are passing something, pass to that one and return the calculation. Clear?